Hello and welcome to my Google Docs crash course video. Okay, so Google Drive is used to share documents and keep them on the web, and also they can just be kept as a general backup for uh, keeping documents you don't want to lose if something went wrong with your computer. Okay, so we have this document. See, I'm writing this document here. And you're gonna save as, not save as into your documents. Now if you have Windows 7 this is the same for you, but if you have XP this is going to be different for you, or if you have Vista or you use a Mac. But you're gonna save. Okay, now that we've saved, we can exit out of this document. Then we're gonna go to Google Chrome. Now Google Chrome is Google's search engine, which you can use to fully utilize all of Google's applications. It's just better than using Internet Explorer. I highly recommend Google Chrome. Now up here on this bar is it's a list of all of Google's apps. There's Google Plus, which is like a social network. There's Search, which is just the normal, search engine. There's Images, where you search an image. You can get some maps. Play is like the app store that you'd have on your smartphone or something. And then YouTube, which is a direct link to YouTube to watch videos, where you're going to find this actually. Your news, which is going to be all different kinds of news from across the country. Your Gmail, which you probably use a lot if you're using the drive. And then the drive itself. Now we're going to click on the drive, and you can see I've used it before. Let me delete this so it's easier to so this is easier to show you with. Okay, so Google Docs, when you're writing a document, you've really got two options. You can either use it in Word and upload it here, or you can create the document. First, I'm going to show you how to create the document. You just create the document. You'll name it by clicking on the title up here in the top left corner of the window. Hold on. I can't type and talk. Anyway, so here's the document you've got that you've created with Google Docs. Okay, so it's saved, so we can close out of this window. Okay, so here is the document that I just created. Now, my other option is to upload a document, which would be using Microsoft Word to write the document, and then you'd go into your documents, you'd click on the document. Okay, and here you can set the preferences for uploading the files. Now this, if you're going to share the document, which you will to fully utilize the Google Drive, you want to check this here, which converts all documents to the Google Docs format. And you want to make sure this stays checked. It asks you this before every upload, because maybe you want to keep it as a Word file, but I don't know why you would. Because there's an easy trick to make it a Word file once it's a Google file that I'll tell you about in a minute. Okay, so you're going to start your upload, and here's where it's going to upload. It's probably going to take longer because it's going to be a larger file. Oops. It's going to be a larger file than my file. My file has 5 words on it. Yours will probably have a lot more. So you're going to click Share, which I just clicked on. And here's the link to the document. You can use the link to email the link to people, and they can view the document. Okay, so I'm going to choose who I'm going to send this to with my documents. I'm going to share it with these 2 people here. And they're down here. You can also type their emails in this box. And this is important right here. This chooses if you want them to be able to view the document, if you want them to be able to comment on the document, and this gives them the power to comment and edit the document itself. So that's what you want to do, and that's what I'm going to do here. I'm going to let them edit, and this check mark here notifies people via email that the document has been sent to them and it is available in their drive. And that's probably what you're going to want to do. It's the easiest way to open up a shared document is over email. So you want to make sure that's clicked. And then you share and save. And there you're saved. And here's a list of the people who have access. You have yourself, which that's me, Miles. And then these two other people who can edit the document along with viewing and commenting. Now this is the link. You can copy and paste that into an email and send it to somebody else, and that's how you could send it. But I highly recommend sharing it the way I just told you. Okay, so which one's shared? So you've got your document here, and you go into it, and you press this comments button up here, and that's where you're going to view all the comments that have been posted on to your document. And you can easily get out of that. And this is my test document here. And that's another test document which I made, remember, by creating document. Now, you can create a document or a presentation or a spreadsheet. And those are like, the presentation is like a PowerPoint presentation, and this is like an Excel form. If those are, if you'd like. And you can also upload any of those files, a PowerPoint or an Excel file. Now, here's that trick I was telling you, converting it back from a Google document and making it a Word document. This is how you're going to download a file so you can edit it with the features of Word. You could come in here and say somebody shared this file with you. You could come in here and say editing. Say I'm somebody else right now that typed this part. I am editing. So they come in and they edit it. And now, since it's different, the first person who made the document, or anybody else it's shared with, or yourself, might want to have the document for themselves and edit it in Microsoft Word. So how you're going to do that is you're going to right-click on the document. Right-click on the document. You're going to go down here. Above remove is submit to template gallery, and above that is download. You're going to hit download. You want to make it a Microsoft Word file, and if you want to make it a PDF, if it's, final, if you want to make it a plain text file or a rich text file. But we're probably just going to want to use Microsoft Word, so you don't have to deal with that. So now you're going to download, and if you have Google Chrome, it's going to show up at the bottom here. And you're going to just click on it there. And this is my Word. I don't have Word. And there is your file. Now, the reason it doesn't say I am editing is because I have two test files, and I just downloaded the wrong one. I can download that right here and have it, and I am editing, and then this comment will even show up, which is good. So that's pretty much the crash course for Google Documents. One more thing, if you're going, I just exited out of that downloaded file. Now if you do that without saving, you can go up to this wrench, you can go to your downloads, and then you can bring it up again, and then save as, and then save it as whatever you want to call it. So that's pretty much it. That's how to fully utilize Google Docs to share documents and keep them as a backup for if something were to happen to your computer. Thanks for watching. Goodbye.